South Mill and Jefferson.
Yeah, they run it there too.
Yeah.
It comes up on you quick, but I know it's there, so I always stop it.
I was walking one day and watched somebody blow it from there all the way down to Fairview.
Yeah.
I just went through all of them. Just like, I was like, whew.
Okay.
But I know once you set up, then they don't do it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, we're now live. Gar, you're the chair.
Oh,
You're
okay,
the chair.
Service Committee.
You're up.
6 p.m., February 23rd, 2026, call to order. Roll call.
Phillips,
Here.
Foreman,
Here.
McLean.
I'm on service?
Yeah.
Here.
Um,
Thought I was on rules.
everybody's here
You
except
are.
Brandy. Got a couple visitors. Does any of the visitors want to say anything? No.
For service?
How about approval of the minutes for November 24th, 2025 meeting?
Foreman makes a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
I'll second it. And visitor,
All in favor?
Aye. We already talked about the visitors. 2026 goals, 5-year plan for the streets. Number 2, 5-year plan for WTP. Number 3, 5-year plan for WWTP. Number 4, 5-year plan for storm and I&I. 5, replacement of water lines 50 years older. Number 6, village alleys sent over by rules. Review round 1 of village alley review west of Boswell Street and review of round 2 village alleys.
Those two,
East of Boswell.
those have already been reviewed.
Okay.
Round 3, I don't think is.
No, not yet.
And reports, village departments.
Sure, just a few things I want to highlight. I think most of these were in my VA report, but I thought it'd be a good time just to go over those here in service. Water modeling project is finished on the V3 side of things. We met, water department, Tim Boucher and I met last week to just make sure that their assumptions about some of the water lines were correct. Some of them were not accurate, and so Tim and Scott are meeting tomorrow to remedy that. They're going to do we're going to take the map that V3 provided for us, and they're going to redo some of it and then submit back to them and have them update their map. Then Friday we are meeting with V3 and the water modeling folks to begin to put together a priority list for replacement. Obviously, it's with council's approval, but we hope to have that for you by the next meeting on the 9th. And those would be things like we all know, like the 4-inch needs to be replaced, but there are parts of the 4-inch where we can do some double duty. We would want to start there. There's some areas of the 4-inch line that is more at risk than other areas. We also know things like Columbia Gas is coming through up on Rome and Romulus side, and they're going to do some gas line replacement. That'd be a great time to come through and do some water line replacement. So we're going to take all that into account on Friday along with V3 and hope to get a priority list to you by that March 9th meeting. We are 99.9% sure that we're going to be awarded the OPWC for water line replacement and paving on Jefferson and Elmwood. Tim and I met the homeowner at the end of, is that Jefferson?
Gar
believe
Street.
today,
Doomy.
Gar Street.
Doomy.
Yep, we met
Chris.
with Mr. Doomy today to talk about getting an easement so that we can loop that line from Jefferson to Elmwood.
I mentioned it to him a couple months ago.
He was really excited. If only all of our meeting with residents were like that. It was really great.
He said as long as he gets put on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
He's pretty excited about that. So he's going to talk that over with his spouse, and then we'll hear from him probably this week or next, and then we'll get that over to V3 to put the easement documents together. Well fields, we are still working with the attorney for the landowners to the north and northeast and east of where we're hoping to have the new well fields. We found out just before last meeting that the attorney said they were waiting on a number from us, which that was brand new news to us. We didn't know that.
That was for Groobies.
Groovies. And so V3 put some things together. I reached out to Jeff. Jeff's going to review that, and then hopefully we'll get something in writing out to the landowners so that we can get moving on that project as well. That's really the thing we're waiting on before we can start doing some test wells and moving forward with the new well fields. Wastewater treatment plant. We're continuing doing data gathering with the Jacob study. That's coming along really well. Met with them right before the last council meeting last time. We're on budget and on time for that. They planned an on-site visit for today, but with the snow and stuff and with the uneven ground, we rescheduled that for next Tuesday. So they'll be here next Tuesday at 9 a.m. to do some on-site stuff and get a plan for sampling that will help them fill in some of those data gaps. Storm sewer, we still are on schedule to start probably next week or the week after for the CCTV stuff on the east side, to get a better idea of what's going on with I&I in our storm sewers. I did not get Tim's report printed for you in time for tonight, so I will email that out hopefully tomorrow morning to you. So.
Steve, is your flooding better than it used to be since we did that work on that other line?
What's better, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's flooded now.
Well, I know, but
it does-
everything's flooded right now, but it is better.
A lot quicker than-
Does it go down all the way or not?
Has it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, same. My backyard was full, so my neighbors,
Yeah, the neighbor to Brian's,
but it was gone in a day.
it was gone in
So
a day.
big
'Cause
improvements.
Tim went out there to see,
So for all the complaining, we made a lot of progress in the
well,
last 2
I,
years.
that lady that Brian's neighbor texted me at 6:30, whatever morning it was last week, to let me know and took a picture that there was water around her shed.
But you could have taken that picture anywhere in town.
Yeah. Well, and I almost took a picture of my front yard because it
Right.
was flooded. But so Tim went out there first thing. Two things with that. A, he was on 256 at 3:30 in the morning putting high water signs on because that's how much it
Even the
rains.
state route was underwater.
Right. So then he went to where the piping was, and that water was a gushing. I mean, it was filled.
Yeah.
So it was running as. And I don't know, short of. I don't know what else we could do about
Well,
when
I
it
said
rains that
something to
hard.
Tim that when Owen Keller built that brick house that he lived in,
Yeah.
he put a very large tile from his house to the creek.
Yeah.
And as long as they owned that farm, they would have no reason to let us come down that power lines easement to try to tap that. But now that the school owns it, I would think that
They would let us.
that our relationship with the school,
Yes.
we could probably go under Holder Road
Yes.
and have another point of drainage over there. So Tim was going to call Soil and Water and see if they had any mapping on that.
Yeah, because that would
Because it
alleviate
was all on
more.
private property, he probably didn't need to map it.
Right.
Because it was his field and his house.
Right.
But I know he put in a large pipe, and Owen Keller didn't do things halfway. He
Right.
had a large excavator out there, and it was just for his house.
If there was a way to do that, the water that was by Brian's house
Would
and
be
Brian's
gone.
and
It
at
would never
Steve's,
even accumulate.
We could make it to where it would dissipate, which is what Tim just shared that with me this morning. Then there would be no water if we can do
Right.
that
So-
with the school owning it.
Just maybe
Yeah.
work with Tim on that, Matt.
Yep,
I think
I
we
will.
can make some
Yes.
even bigger
Even
improvements
bigger.
out there.
Yes.
I do have a meeting coming up later this week with a family that lives at I think it's 80 Baltimore Somerset. He was that gentleman was here last time for the public hearing about the reason.
Dwayne Myers.
Dwayne Myers, that's right. About what the rezone of Mr. Wood's property is going to do with drainage and stuff. So he's coming in later this week. We're going to talk about development on the east side and some of the drainage solutions that we have in place. And
Well, if we could get that across Holder Road,
Yeah.
now we'd know where to tell Mr. Woods to
Yeah.
take his water for his
Yeah.
houses, because it's all his land from where he wants to build
yeah,
to where that tile would be,
Yeah.
if we can get it under Holder Road.
Well, and I think that the school would be definitely open-minded to letting us do that.
Well, especially if we're in the power line easement where
Right.
nobody can build anything anyway.
yeah.
Well, and then when we talk about drainage going out toward the east by the bowling alley, and I mean, a lot of the stuff that's going to happen out there is going to fix that stuff
Right,
anyways.
right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, moving right along.
Parks and Recreation Board. The one thing I would have to say about that is we have our second recreational users group meeting tomorrow at 5:00. That's for the 5 sports leagues that use Alt Park and Johnson Park. Just nail down things of code of conduct, and they are permitted to use our parks by code, but then they have to sign an annual agreement with a fee as well. So tomorrow's our second mandatory meeting of the year.
Well, Matt, I would say that the meeting the first meeting you had about a month ago was much more
Yeah.
nice than it was
Yeah.
last year.
Everybody's been working well
Yes,
together,
I think everybody's playing nice together.
Softball's already paid their fees.
Yeah,
Softball has, yeah.
yeah, and they have big plans to put a bunch of money in to the fields out there at Johnson Park, because they're going to do a bunch of fundraising to fix those fields up. So
Yeah.
Rob Alt's fixing the drainage on Diamond 3 over there for free for them, and there's just a lot of stuff that they anticipate doing, which it's just, Jeremiah, the money that they raise at that gun bash, and I know that they put in $70,000-$80,000 at All Park last year, and their plan is to put more out there. But on any given Saturday, there's 1,500 to 2,000 people at that park, and it's just, I think that's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
So, and Brandy's not here for downtown restoration
No.
committee.
It says there's an updated quote on the doors.
Yeah, so that would have been it might have been in your council packet.
Yeah.
So that was a quote that I got from Rosati. I don't know, maybe early January. It's the same door that we were looking at last summer, and decided to put that on to this year's budget. So that is budgeted. That includes the door, is that a sunburst above the door. A couple of other companies have contacted us about pricing that out, but they haven't submitted anything. Rosati's been pretty consistent.
Yeah, and
They've done all the stuff with our windows, so we feel pretty confident with them. If that's what we want to move forward with.
And there's something here on solar lights.
Well, what we could do, well, do you want to?
Do we want to see if we want to make a motion on the door to move forward, or do we want to leave that hanging?
Do you want to move it up
I-
to council?
I would love for council to make a motion on that and just give direction one way or the other.
Are the windows done?
Windows are all done.
Windows are all done, all paid?
Yep.
Is there still money left to do the doors?
We budgeted 25,000 this year.
So we've got it in this year's
Yeah,
budget?
it's in the
And
budget.
This is
Foreman
for-
makes a motion to send this to council.
Yeah, we need to get the doors done up there.
Yeah, they're bad.
Yeah.
I'll second it.
Then we got something here on solar lights.
Yeah, so council asked us to look at.
Hold on, we got to vote. We have to vote on that motion.
Roll
All in
call.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
There.
So Mr. Coutinho had addressed, I think, Service about the possibility of using solar lights at his new development out on 256. He is a proponent of solar lights. Internally, when we've talked in the village, it's not so much against solar lights, just knowing that once they're installed, we're the ones that maintain them. So the issues that we've talked about is the cost of electricity. So AEP would maintain them, but of course, if we did powered lights, right, electric powered lights,
Which we pay them.
which we do all over the village, they maintain them, but we pay the electricity.
Right.
So
But they also haven't updated them to LED where they could cut our electric bill by like 60%.
exactly.
Have not.
They have not, and not
They-
only that, they are
very
not
bad about getting them repaired.
about getting
when they're
repaired.
bad.
There's Tim came up with a list of how many.
We have like 1921 solar regular lights
Regular
that
lights
they want.
out.
And there's still high pressure sodium.
Yes. And there
Always
is,
spelled by the yellowish.
Right.
yes.
I think there's one
Outside
LED
my
by the
house,
railroad
yes.
tracks up here. I think it's the only one I
Yeah,
can
as they
find.
go out,
So-
they were
so-
promised to pay,
Yeah.
put the LEDs in.
So Mr. Coutinho is a proponent of solar lights, and council showed interest when he talked to you all a few meetings ago. So he bought a solar light that he's proposing for his development. Tim and the crew fixed it to the building. It's over here on the corner above where the trash cans are. We have not yet gotten that really working, in the sense that directions are
It's the
very,
sun, it's the sun, isn't it?
very minimal.
No,
Well,
it's
that's
not
true.
even that. It's just the putting it together. I don't know.
We're
Yeah.
the problem is that the directions say something about different modes, but it doesn't give any direction on how to do the modes. So we're waiting to hear back from Mr.
Is it
Coutinho.
these lights that are in the packet?
Yeah.
Okay.
The ones that I'm familiar with have motion sensors on them that get them brighter
So
as you approach.
this
and
one
then
does
they go
do
back
that.
This
down.
is supposed to.
Right.
It's not working, so we can't see it in action yet. But
Yeah,
that's what this is.
And I
supposed to
feel
do.
like if those would work,
Right.
that's a great thing, man.
I-
You know?
I think we're on the very beginning of that technology being in it where it should be to use
Right.
it. But I hate to see us put in a whole development with like,
Yeah.
Do we have the equipment to service it?
We can't even get this one to work.
We have a bucket truck.
Yeah,
We have a bucket
truck,
for
yeah.
the crane.
Yeah. I'm like Rick. I don't know if the lights are to the point to where they work.
They
One of the
just have
issues
gotten
we've-
there.
One of the issues we
Yeah.
talked about is our code does not have very specific requirements on what type of lights.
Right.
So that's kind of part of the issue
Yeah.
is the developers are asking what we want, and we don't really have anything specific.
I think we need to do the research and say, this is the lights you're
is
going to
what we
use.
want.
And I think if we do that, we can.
Because we want, it'd be nice to have it consistent. throughout
Consistent
the
from one
development.
development to another,
Yes.
So I'm
So
wondering,
maybe keep an eye out on this.
Well,
Yeah,
he's
I'm-
going to have to figure that out. And
We'll
if we
get it
figure it out
Yeah.
and it works, then we'll talk about it again. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
almost like we need a consultant on it, and I can do some research on some of these companies that I deal
Okay.
with. And
Yeah.
see if I can get you a
Do
recommendation. on
that.
somebody.
Yeah, I agree.
That'd be
I would
fantastic.
really like
Because
to see
I'd rather
something-
we chose the light and we kept it consistent.
Yes.
And this is the light we're using
comfortable
everywhere.
with it.
Yeah.
I think the idea of a solar light's a good idea. I mean,
I-
if it works.
Yeah.
something with more than a 2-year warranty.
Yeah.
If they're advertising 25 years,
Yeah.
why are they only offering a 2-year warranty? That's a retail warranty, not a municipal
Right.
warranty.
Well, and it's the only thing with the AEP is just like we're just talking about. There's 19 lights out, and there's like over on Washington Street, it's dark, and those people, I don't blame them. I'd be upset too.
And they
We're
don't even
supposed to have-
meter our usage on them, right? They just calculate it.
No, I think there's a meter on it, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a meter.
Yeah,
a
I
meter.
think
There
there's
is
a
a meter,
meter
yes.
on it.
Yes,
No,
there is a meter.
Yeah, I'm
But
pretty
they've
sure
never
there
changed
is.
any. They've changed little or none to LED,
None.
and it should have been changed out years
Yeah,
ago.
but they
You-
won't unless something burns out. Then they promise to put LEDs.
Well,
in.
then there's 19 of them. They can
Yeah.
put LEDs in.
They owe us 19 right now.
Yeah, we need to. I need to call somebody and talk to somebody at AEP and I'll just tell them what we're doing. We're looking at maybe you get me a name and a number, Matt, and I'll call them.
Missy has a number.
Okay, because I'll
She
tell
calls-
them.
She calls in all street light
Right.
outages. So someone will call in. She'll take the information.
Right.
And she'll call AEP, but that's all you can do. It's up to them to.
Right. But I think they might pay a little more attention if we said we're going to switch them all out to solar lights too. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they don't care.
As much as they claimed they want to be conserve energy, they really don't. They love base load, and those are great base load. They hate spike load. They love base load.
Where did you
Those
say
lights-
Where did you say there's a new one at?
an LED one?
Yeah.
Right by the railroad track, by the drive-through.
Huh.
It's real tiny. You look up there, and it's this little tiny light.
I'll have to notice. I'll have to look at that next time.
Yeah, that's the only one I've been able to find.
Okay.
And I don't, under old business, we've got these ordinances.
Well, 2026-03 we had the first reading 2 weeks ago, but it needs to go through committee.
And what is it for, Brian? I'm sorry.
Approving the final plat for the Liberty Ridge Section 1.
Okay. So we need to vote on that through service?
Yeah, to send it up to council. We already
Okay.
had one. It's got to go through committee.
Okay. So we need a motion to,
And you need that passed by emergency, or is it going to go to 3 readings?
It'll go 3 readings. We already had one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, Jeff?
Ford makes a motion, we forward ordinance 2026-03 to council.
I'll second it.
what's the next ordinance, Brian?
Hold
I
on.
apologize.
Roll call.
Oh, I apologize.
Foreman,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
McLean.
No.
No? Okay. Number 4 is
The rezoning of Roger Woods.
Yes. This is,
And Forum makes a motion that we forward this ordinance 2026-04 to council.
I'll second it.
Foreman,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
McLean.
No.
And number 5,
Is Cherry Lane North LLC. That's the one, that's the development on the north side over here? The pre-annexation agreement?
South side.
The loaner property. So, Forum makes a motion that we forward 2026-05 to council. That's the annexation of the Lona Farm east of town on the south side of 256.
I'll second it.
Foreman,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
McLean.
No. Can I move to make an amendment on that? Or
This
it
is
too
just
late?
forwarding to council.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just going to council.
So at council I can do that then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, what would the amendment be?
To remove the emergency language.
Is there emergency language on that?
There is, because
Oh,
the developers typically request that so that we
on
can-
every one of
And
them.
it's really just going 3 readings,
It's
but
going
the
3
emergency
readings.
just means it takes effect immediately instead
Yeah.
of waiting 30 days
I
to take
gotcha.
effect.
I gotcha. 'Cause
So
they're
nobody's
trying
going to make a motion to suspend the 3 reading rules on any of them.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, there's a difference. If you suspend the 3 readings, that's to do, as an emergency, then you can suspend it. But the emergency language, even after you do 3 readings, it just means it goes into effect right away rather than waiting 30.
I think my
waiting.
main concern would be the referendum period. If someone wanted to challenge it, I want them to have that
Yeah,
ability
these are
to do
past the
so.
public meeting stage before they
Yeah.
got here. They
Yeah.
were all
Yeah.
put through the public meeting and in planning and zoning.
They've already those
Yeah.
referendum days are over.
The other difference is if we suspend the 3 reading rule, we need 5 members of council to vote yes.
Yes. That's-
But if they go the 3 readings and have emergency language, it only takes 4 members of council or 3 in the mayor for it to
well,
pass.
for passage, just takes
passage.
4.
And let me explain to you why we did this, Phil, because we had a choice to either annex that land ourselves or Thurston was gonna annex it. So that's where we were at with it. That's why,
We took a defensive measure to keep Thurston on the east side of
Yes.
37.
and that's why we
And
did it.
council did that unanimously.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've saw it.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
back to the agenda. Mr. Phillips.
New business.
None.
I don't think
None?
there is any.
That was new business.
Yep.
Next meeting will be held 4th Monday in March, March 23rd at 6 p.m.
Forum makes a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Yeah, so she moved her daughter to Virginia on Friday, and the blizzard hit. So she texted Matt and I last night, and she said, "Look, I'm not trying to." She was, "But I'm afraid to drive tomorrow."
And she said, I called off work, and she's gonna try to come back to Ohio tomorrow.
There's almost nothing on the agenda anyway.
I mean, I guess, no, there's nothing other than
Are we ever
passing
going to
minutes.
just say, well, there's nothing on the agenda, should we just?
That's what,
cancel
I was
it?
gonna ask that question.
I think especially.
I think rules and safety in particular
Yes.
are subject to being canceled, and it makes me wonder if we put those 2 on one night and finance and service on the other night, that we could just start the whole
That's
meeting
what
at
I
7.
do.
Yeah. Might have a really long meeting on that night though.
On
Well-
the finance and
Yeah, that's a
service,
good
we've been
point.
getting them done in less than 30 minutes pretty easily. I mean,
Yeah, but
service
fin-
delivery is only
but-
25
Keep
minutes.
track, but these two, I mean. I
Rules
don't
and
see
safety
why we-
rarely have an
Yeah.
agenda to speak of.
I mean, unless the chief's got stuff to talk about,
Which he can report in council too.
yeah, which you can't report.
Because usually when we get to the council meeting, I go,
We already
I
did
got
it.
nothing else.
We already did it, yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. So what do we do with this tonight?
Well,
open it and close it.
open it and pass the minutes,
Okay.
and then,
Do you pass the minutes?
Yes, it's a committee.
No, you don't need, yeah, 2 people's enough.
Two people, okay. Yeah, if we can figure that out before we get here,
But
and then.
Are you-
We'd have to move rules and safety to the same night, because we have to have finance, we have to have service, and we have to have 2 meetings a month, because the 3 readings would run half a year if we didn't.
You're right, there's gotta be a way to figure that
Committees
out.
I'm on, so I'm good with it.
Yeah.
So,
If we would put the finance on the 4th, does finance, the timing of the finance meeting affect you in any way, whether it's this first, second Monday?
it's,
or
I prefer the first.
So so if we move service to the second Monday with finance and move rules and safety to the 4th Monday, there's a likelihood that on a given day, we could cancel both meetings and start council at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I mean, we should do that. I mean,
But-
you guys all agree with that? I mean,
Having had that discussion, I'll make a motion, we do that in council meeting.
Well, okay. But rules, just FYI, rules does have an agenda item on already for the next meeting, so,
I'm not saying it's gonna happen every time, I'm just saying there's a likelihood.
yeah, I know.
yes.
Yeah, I prefer finance to, because
thought there
I
might-
moved it from, it was always the second, because my predecessor took 2 weeks to do the
Too
bank.
long to get it ready.
Yeah,
do that, the rules of council will have to be changed.
Does it have to go to rules?
No, the rule, well, yes, it will.
Jeff, would that have to,
I think you can do it by motion.
The rules of council still have to be changed.
Yeah, but I mean, but you can still do it in the meanwhile by motion, so change the dates.
So,
okay.
when we get in the meeting, I'll make a motion.
Okay, so you got,
So are we gonna open this?
yeah, we're
Open it,
going,
approve the minutes and close it?
yes.
Okay, well, that was, before I opened it, that was my question about these minutes, is the only person here is God.
You can, yes, you can vote on it too.
Alright, I'll open the safety committee at 6:28 PM. Can we have a roll call, please?
And McCreary's absent. Schaffner,
President.
Carol,
Yes.
And also in attendance, we have Brian Bidler, fiscal officer, Matt Nyheiser, the village administration, or village administrator, Brett Rogers, police chief, Jeff Faco, village, solicitor, Rick Ellis, mayor, and council members Philip McLean and Rick Foreman. I guess I'll have probably the motion, I suppose, for the minutes.
Okay.
I move that we accept the minutes as written from November 24th. That's can't be right, is it? November 24th?
yeah, that's the last
Yeah.
time
It
we,
was 2025.
You a second,
It's
James.
2025.
what's it say?
Six.
Oh.
So,
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
move, can I have a second? From anybody,
I'll second.
I guess.
Yep.
Okay, then
Roll call,
Schaffner,
yes.
Carol.
Yes.
Okay,
Visitors, anybody have anything for safety committee?
Good question.
Thanks.
Traffic light, 256 Garland Street. Why is it so freaking short on 256? It's 20 seconds. That's outrageous. It's 20
Sounds like
seconds
the
each
police
one.
answer to me.
Well-
Street department sets that up.
We-
There was a time when I said it would be really nice if there was a sensor on Boswell Street so that it stayed green on 256 unless there was actually a car on Boswell Street. And I mentioned that to the street department guy, and he said the sensor's on there, it just got disconnected. And if it got disconnected, it sounds like it got disconnected without council approval. And it would be much safer on Boswell Road for cars coming up there past this bank and all that, if every time they were coming up that hill, there was a red light. So, if all that's on that light already and it wasn't authorized to be taken off, why don't we just put it back?
I don't think I like your assessment. I come up that hill a lot.
And you fly right through that intersection.
I can look into that.
I mean, it is bad up there at the bank, the parking at the bank block.
Backing out and people are coming up the
Because I
hill.
like to back in.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter if you pull in or back in.
It's dangerous
Still
getting
gotta
out.
get there.
Right.
There's
There's a lot that goes on
But
at that
no turn on
intersection.
red kinda helps you that you don't worry about somebody coming.
turning while you're backing out.
Please start that.
Yeah,
all we need.
tear down the restaurant.
We need to make fun with people who kept their houses down there, so we can go down and drink beer and smoke cigars.
Yes,
I'm just talking, tonight. No,
Wrap it up.
yeah.
So, is that so, Matt, then are you gonna look into that?
I'll look into it.
Well, if there's no agenda next, or if you change the, and all there is just approving the minutes, then we'll just wait until until they meet next, and then pass them. How's that?
Pass what?
Like tonight's meeting. To approve the minutes. So let's say we go through the habit of meeting, tabulate the minutes, and next one we change the meeting dates. If there's nothing on the agenda, I won't pass anything out. I'll just until the next safety meeting. Then I'll.
So he's saying just read through it and be done, and then make a motion to,
Yeah.
yes.
Do you have a report, or have you done?
I don't have anything to add.
And police, do you have a report, or no?
Nothing to add.
Alright, anybody have any old business? Any new business?
Sounds like we do now.
Alright, next meeting is scheduled for the fourth well, I don't know about that.
It's scheduled for it.
It's good.
Just be,
Currently scheduled for the fourth meeting, March 23rd, 6:30, or immediately following service committee. Motion to adjourn? All in favor say aye. It's just this two.
just you
Aye.
two, yeah.
Sorry, I just couldn't get my words, so I had to hit.
You're fine, you're fine.
Brian, where's your dad?
hold on. Okay.
Our Father, who art in heaven,
Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Brian, if I could get a roll call, please.
Carroll.
Yes.
Foreman.
Yes.
McCurry is not here. McLean. Phillips.
Here.
Schaffner.
And if we could get approval of the minutes, February 9th, public hearing and council meeting.
Form makes a motion that we approve the public hearing minutes as presented.
I'll second it.
Can I get a roll call on that as well?
Foreman.
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Schaffner. McLean.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes.
And we need to get an approval on the council.
Form makes a motion to approve the February 9th council meeting minutes as presented.
I'll second it.
Roll call on that, please.
Foreman.
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Schaffner.
And approval of the agenda this
It
evening.
needs amended.
It needs amended to include 2026-06.
Form makes a motion that we approve the agenda with the amendments of the ordinances.
Adding ordinance.
Adding the ordinances from the,
No, this came out of rules.
out of rules, from the rules meeting. Be 2026-03,
06.
06.
06
Is the new one.
is the
The
new
only
one.
new one?
Yes.
The other's already on there.
Yeah.
Ordinance 2026-06.
Second.
Get a roll call on that.
Let's see. Foreman.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Schaffner. Carroll.
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
No, that's to amended.
Motion
Yeah.
to approve the agenda as amended.
Okay, any visitors?
No, we're not done yet.
Okay,
I second the
Changed
motion.
it, now we gotta approve it.
okay. I'm sorry.
Okay. Foreman.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Schaffner. Carroll.
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
They both said no.
Okay. Nope, okay. So, village administrator reports. The only thing I have is we went over, like Matt shared with you earlier, it looks like we're about 99%. We're gonna have the money to do the water project on, Jefferson and,
Elmwood.
Elmwood. And then I feel like here's the only thing that stinks about how this, and they had to explain it to me like a 2-year-old. So this money gets approved for Elmwood and Jefferson, and the money that we're trying to get for the other water repairs. It's not going to be approved until June or July. So we can start bidding it in July, but like we did the water project on Gordon Street, which was done in the end of August, September, October, it's probably, because realistically, I would like to do 3 water projects this year. I mean, because we didn't do any last year because we didn't get the money. So realistically, that's, in my mind, I'm thinking, gosh, if we could do 3 water projects in 1 year, that would be phenomenal. But it's going to fall, because that's how it was explained to us. It's not going to fall until end of summer. But I will know that the money is secured in the next month or 2. And once we know it's secured, then we can move forward. That was really the only thing that I had, and I wanted to share with everyone, because we just need to keep moving forward on getting these repairs done.
What's the status on the low rate money that we were applying for?
Well, I think we're going to get it, but we're trying to figure out like these 4-inch lines. Well, first of all, some of the things that they came back with, they didn't realize that they were 90 years old. So now we've corrected them on that, and 90 years old. I keep saying that over and over again. I just don't know how we've let something go 90 years, but the village has, and we just got to start replacing those, obviously. He had 14 or 18 water main breaks and we haven't had one in a week. Partially, I would say, because the weather's been better, but I mean, and they're 90% of them are the 4-inch, 90-year-old water, and that's what, you know, when people talk about the water and stuff in Baltimore, we're getting ready to do a bunch of stuff to make it better. The wells are going to make it better. Replacing the water lines are going to make it better, but this isn't something that when I became mayor, I thought, well, we're going to just fix this. We'll fix this water so nobody knows. It isn't how it works. It's a process. And it's a process that's going to take many years, because you can't go 90 years and not fix anything and fix it all in 6 or 7 years. So that's all work in progress. But that's all I have to talk about the water.
Yeah, I would say, just to add to that, I think our hope is with that priority list from the water modeling project that we'll present to you guys on the 9th, that would be like an approved, this is where we're gonna start, so we'll know. So Mike Crane from V3 is gonna price out if we borrow 2.5 versus, or 5 million to see what the payments are gonna be on that, and if we're comfortable doing that. So the thought would be is whatever we would borrow, we would start with priority number 1, and we would just work it down as far as we can with the money.
Okay, now some of those, if they have lead joints, though, will get reimbursed for them?
Well, possibly.
Possibly.
Oh,
And
it was a definite before.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Well, it was a definite, something's coming down the road.
Yes.
Where they're going to do some.
It's the first payment's not due for 5 years after the project's done.
But
So
the EPA hasn't come out with anything.
they thought the EPA would come out with it the first of this year, and they have not as of yet.
Well, it's only February, so.
Yes. So
And something is coming down. It's just
Okay.
a matter of
Yes.
timing as to when.
Okay.
And that was the other part of why we were concerned about, well, if we max out how much we take out, and then it comes back, that will that apply to what we've already done, or should we?
wait.
We know we can't wait too long because we've got 90-year-old water lines.
Yeah. I just. So that's where I guess my priority is at. I feel like the wells are going to make a big difference too. I really feel like that's going to make a huge difference. New wells. So, Matt, do you have a report?
Just a couple things. I met for the first time with Brett McAvoy today for the 2026 pool season. He's our pool manager. We're beginning to discuss things with the pool, like increasing the price on private parties. We're looking at shoring up the application process. What we have is with family memberships, we've got people that are having guardian 1, guardian 2, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle.
Yeah.
It's not been verified, so we're working on some of that. Mine went out. Brian, may I borrow yours? Thank you. Thanks, Brian. So we're beginning that process, and I think that's going to look good for the summer. We're starting a once a week for 5 weeks social media post and website post on our building department, and just in trying to inform residents ahead of the building season. What's the difference between zoning and building? How do we get a permit? What do I need a permit for? What do I not need a permit for? To just, with having a new building department staff, we wanted to do the best we could to get some information out to residents on what that looked like, as well as our safe built inspector get his information out to people if they have questions about the building department and building permit process. We are probably a week away from awarding the tree removal contract and pruning contract. We've gotten 3 quotes from each. We've got 3 quotes for each of those projects, and we think that the winning bid is going to be one company. We're waiting for a green light from the ODNR rep to make sure that we can move forward with that. So hopefully that will start either the first or second week in March, And we'll get letters out to the residents who have trees, whose trees are close to their property, so they know that that's coming. And if they have any questions, they can contact the office. We had a pre-construction meeting for Liberty Ridge last week. We met the Village, V3, D.R. Horton, Tamarack, Layton, Verdanus. Just discussed getting things on board with the construction process. It looks right now that D.R. Horton is going to close on the property on Thursday. So the hope would be at our next meeting, if council wills, that you would vote on the replatting of that property. Raftellus, which is our financial consultant, our financial firm that we're consulting with, they're filling in some data gaps. We have a meeting on Thursday to make sure everything's that they have everything that they need to begin building a plan going forward for us for things like NCAs, TIFs, those kind of things. And then just last, we did have Interface Video with us at the last meeting. They went in and tweaked each mic for each person and labeled those on a master sheet for us so that we know what level set everybody at. I do want to just remind folks, even though hypocritically I'm sitting here with two mics, one not working, just to remind you that we do need to make sure that those are on and that we're sitting up and speaking into those directly. The mics are good, they work, but they're not very forgiving. So if you speak into the mic while you're sitting back, the likelihood is that will not show up on the live stream or the recording. So just to throw that out there. So unless anybody has any questions, that's all for me. Thanks, Brian.
I got one question. You mentioned the pools having private parties.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just me brainstorming things
Sure.
for maybe ways to make more money.
Yeah.
For the pools.
We're all about that.
Yep.
When we have our annual Baltimore festival, we have like a drinking area.
They did this year.
Is there something we could do for private parties to have drinking? And I know there's a liability when you have drinking at a pool, but
We've never investigated it, and we've never permitted it.
Well, that getting
not
a
a
liquor
village
permit for
thing.
that is a process. You wouldn't get those for individual parties, and we would never
Okay.
be able to get one for a full summer.
Yeah. And when the festival gets it, it's a committee that gets it. It's not the village. that
Yeah,
gets
it's not
it.
the village, 'cause-
We tell them we don't mind if they do,
Yeah, we don't want anything to do.
but we have no. It has nothing
Yeah.
to do with
Yeah.
us.
That and the pool's part of the parks, and drinking's prohibited.
prohibited. Well, it's prohibited in Johnson Park, but we let
But
it happen.
we
for
give
the-
them a special
Yeah.
exception.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm just trying to generate.
Well,
some
any way we could
discussion.
generate money for the pool is a good thing.
Well,
I
That's
think
a
you could
fact.
charge a lot.
On Matt, like mentioned about modifying the pool rate, and not the pool rates, but that would have to come through you anyway. So
Yeah. Of course, anything like that would be brought to council.
And I don't know when they have a private party, do they BYOB anyway? And we
No.
just don't know.
No.
Well, they don't.
That's prohibited.
Okay.
Well, you'd want to make sure there's no glass,
Right.
so plastic only and things like that. But
Do they have that many private parties, Brian? I don't even know. to be honest with
they get,
Yeah.
they
Really?
get quite a
except
few.
alcohol, they would.
you. Yeah, you're probably right about that, Phil.
I mean, they've got a couple every week. They have
Every
two
week.
every
I know
week.
there's birthday parties. I know there's been sporting events. They rent that out. So, okay. Well, good.
Is there ever anybody who rents out the party house and the pool?
The shelter house?
Yeah.
No.
Not to my knowledge. Usually, anybody that rents out the pool has kind of that shelter house thing with the building.
Yeah, because if you go into the pool where the entrance is, the floor's all been redone, and there's like couches, and it's set up. We had a grant that we used, and it's set up actually pretty nice through there. So
I mean, part of the problem, part of the issue, not issue. They were talking about prorated memberships. I didn't know this existed.
Yeah, so they had. I'm sorry, Bill.
That's
I
all right.
interrupted you.
You know, at the beginning of the year we got a full membership, but then and once July hits, memberships fall down. But people come in and walk in and they ask about a prorated membership. That was something we was thinking about drafting.
Offering.
yeah, that
And
would.
be drafting an ordinance modifying those. That
Yeah.
Well, and that would
Makes
be
sense.
good to
Mhm.
to stretch it out as long as we can. Yeah.
Step up the fee a little bit as
Yeah.
it declines.
Brett's gonna reach out to the like Canal Winchester Pools does that. He's gonna reach out to them and get some information.
Well, last year he did good. I mean, the only thing I feel like where we fail a little bit at the pool is if it's raining or
Yeah.
it's cloudy and there's nobody over there, close it and
Yeah.
send them home.
We talked about that today.
And then that's the only thing that I said. And I know but you can't pay 4 lifeguards to watch 2 kids swim. I mean, just can't.
It's six.
Six lifeguards. Okay,
Yeah.
but you would agree with that, right?
Well, I go over there every day and I see them sitting there, not a single person in a pool.
Right. I
Six
mean,
people
we
waiting
just
for
have to
them.
pay more attention. And I know what he tries to do. You're trying to get those kids hours because it's summertime. It's their summertime job. But he did a great job. There was days over there you had to let people go out before he could let people come in. There was that many people over there. So, and there was a couple really hot days that I loosened the rules up as far as letting kids in cheaper maybe than adults, because a lot of them kids don't have the money to go. So, Mr. Fiscal Officer, do you have a report?
No, I don't.
Okay. Mr. Solicitor.
Briefly, 3 new pieces of legislation, and I would ask that council on the third reading of ordinance 2026-01, which is to vacate the final plat for Sleepy Hollow, that council table that, because as Matt indicated, the closing hasn't occurred yet on this property. So the village's preference is that
They
be
own it.
tabled, and then later, once we confirm that there's a new owner to the parcel, that we'll ask that it be untabled and considered for third and final reading. That's all I have.
Yes, sir. Village Council Committee reports, finance.
My finance? Oh. Finance did not meet tonight. Our next meeting will be on the second
9th.
Monday in March, March 9th.
Okay, service.
Service met, talked about what was on the agenda. Our next meeting is gonna be the 26th of March.
Safety.
Safety did meet tonight. We can see. It was a very short meeting. Our next meeting is the 4th Monday in March, March 23rd, 6:30, or immediately following a service.
Yes, ma'am. Rules.
Rules did not meet tonight. Our next meeting, I don't know the date, but the 4th would be the second.
It's the 9th.
and
It
then
hasn't been changed yet, so it's
March
still the 9th.
9th.
Yeah.
It's 6:30 or immediately
Gotcha.
following finance.
Public safety reports. Police Department.
No, nothing to add.
Nothing to add. Yes, sir. Jamie, have you been to one of the meetings yet?
Yeah.
Was there anything discussed that we need to hear, you think?
No,
No.
not at this point.
Okay. Village Committee and Commissions, Planning and Zoning, I think we were gonna have a meeting, and I don't think we're going to, are we? I don't think there was anything on the agenda, was there?
We canceled the February meeting, but we do have one scheduled for March.
Okay.
March the 12th.
March the 12th, okay. Tree Commission, you have in front of you the tree appointments and the terms of the people that have graciously volunteered for our tree commission.
That's on down the agenda.
Oh, is it?
It's under new business.
All right, sorry about that. Okay. Records Commission, Brian, we have nothing for that, I assume?
Nope.
Okay, we're gonna go into motions.
Forum makes a motion that beginning in the month of March, we change the committee meeting structure so that the finance and service meetings are held on the second Monday of each month, and that the safety and rules meetings are held on the fourth Monday of each month. In hopes that some days safety and rules would have no agenda and we could just forego those meetings.
Yes, sir.
I'll second it.
Hold on.
Discussion.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Discussion.
My only concern, I don't have a problem with it, but I do have a concern that, Steve had a question tonight at one of our, I don't wanna cut the residents off by us saying there's no business when they might have business to discuss.
Well, we don't want to cut anybody off.
Well, with this, Mayor, I will say that the structure of the meetings when visitors are given an opportunity to speak is a lot more relaxed, and that we're able to hear what people have to say a lot
Even if it's in
better.
a council
But I'm
meeting
saying-
too.
What I'm saying is if we as a group on, I don't know what day would decide, oh, we don't need a meeting tonight, we don't know really that we need a meeting tonight, because there might be a resident that was planning.
Well, we need a council meeting because we can't have all the ordinance readings drag out too far.
He's saying if
Safety and rules is canceled.
we could
we would
still,
have a-
So we would still.
yeah, we
still
would
have
still,
council at 7.
yeah, and I, I guess that was my thought was, because I'm with you, Debbie, we want everybody to be heard all the time.
But it would just be done in council.
It'd be done in
instead of
council,
committee,
yes.
I'm okay
Yep.
with that then.
Yep,
Because, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
How would you, just if I can ask, how would you like for us to handle that internally? So when we send out packets on Friday, if the agenda is light,
At that
do
point.
we make that call, or would that be something that I should contact
I think the chairperson.
the chairperson of the
Yes.
committee?
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So maybe we would do that on a Thursday to
So
give
Yeah,
us an
on a
extra
Thursday,
day.
yes.
You would contact the Rules and the Safety Committee chairmen to see if they feel as though a meeting is necessary.
Yeah, that makes sense. So do we vote on that then?
Yeah, gotta vote on that.
Okay,
Are we ready for a vote?
yes, sir.
I think so.
Okay. Foreman,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Carroll,
Yes.
McLean,
Yes.
Schaffner.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll have an ordinance prepared at the next meeting to amend the rules of council to reflect that.
And the order of those two meetings, I mean, like if one's canceled and the other one's not, the one that we're having's at 6:30. Gotcha. Instead of at 6.
And we
So
would
which
just-
one's gonna be first then? Will it be
That's
rules?
what let's say rules is first and safety second. but
Okay.
Whichever one, if one's canceled and the other's not, that other one moves to 6:30.
Okay. Okay.
So does that begin at our next meeting, or does that
That's
begin
March.
after we?
My motion
Well,
said
It's
March.
fine to begin the
Okay.
policy right now, but I'll still amend rules
What
of
kind of
council.
notice do we need to give the public when we cancel?
Well, usually what we do is we just put it out on our website and Facebook page. That's about the only way we have. Well, if I called on a Thursday, my hope would be that we would put that out on a Friday, rather than the day of,
Right.
so that if somebody has a question or a concern, they could
And we are still having a
theoretically call
meeting
us
that
on
night.
Monday.
We are still having a public meeting
Yeah.
that night. It's just an hour later.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said it that way, because what I would say is, even though we're canceling the safety meeting or whatever meetings council, you still have an opportunity to
Yeah.
come and speak to council. And if you made the call on a Thursday, I'd put it out on a Thursday.
Yeah,
That way, because
we'll try to
again,
do it early so that we're not doing it the day of.
right, and I'm with Debbie. We don't want anybody to come to a meeting and not get heard, but if they're still going to get a chance to be heard at a council meeting, because I feel like if you got something to say, come say it. It doesn't matter when or how.
Is there another motion that need to be done tonight? I was trying to think.
So we're going to go to ordinances and
Yeah,
resolutions.
but I was thinking, was there
Was
another motion?
Was the
Oh.
front doors?
We forwarded to council the approval of the doors.
Yeah.
Form makes a motion that council authorize the village administrator to go ahead and hire Rosati to replace the doors on the Opera House.
I'll second it.
Discussion.
Yep, discussion.
So, is this white one the one we're going with? Is it,
So the white would be the exterior side, and then the wood would be the interior. The wood style would be, so it'd be two-toned. One side would be one
is there,
color.
I'm just gonna ask, I'm not sure I love the white. Is there a reason that we went with white on the outside?
That's what it is now, and the trim's white.
No. Windows are white.
Was it, how did it compare in price with other doors that we looked at?
It's been a while, but I believe it was the lowest price. And then I think the other thing that is the history of the context of our discussion has been that they've done a great job with our windows.
I think that recommendation came from Mr. Cottrell
It
too.
did.
That he I mean, he looked at the stuff, and we decide this, but he does, as we all know, has a lot to do with it.
We got quotes from NJW. We got quotes from
I'm
quote
not worried
Logan
about
Glass.
Rosati,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not stuck on the white too much.
Yeah. And
The
I
other thing
believe
I would say about the white is you get all the dirt traffic from the intersection, and that might.
These are fiberglass.
They're fiberglass to wash down.
Yeah, these are easily washable.
and I believe that each of the quotes that we got, with the exception of NJW, that was going to go all wood. The Logan Glass was a door that was it might have been even the same door.
And Steve has obviously seen
Yeah.
this and is
Yeah.
okay with this.
He was the one that that recommended that we do that we get a quote from Rosati and
Well,
actually reached out to
He
them and
picked
got
out
it.
the door too.
Right.
So do we want to vote on it, or do you guys want to think about it? It's up to you all.
Well, no, we've already had a motion and a second. We're going to
Okay.
vote.
At this point, we vote, yeah.
Okay, all right,
So, is the discussion over then?
yes.
Okay. Foreman,
Yes.
Carroll,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
McLean,
Yes.
Schaffner.
Yes.
Okay,
Now,
now we're to the ordinances. The first ordinance I need a sponsor for, and it is to rezone the parcel. Well, I'll read it and then I'll have, right?
Yeah, either way. You
Okay.
can read it first, but all of these need a sponsor.
A sponsor, except for the last
For
two.
first reading.
Yes. Ordinance 2604 is an ordinance to rezone 0 Baltimore Somerset Road at 4.773 acre parcel known as parcel number 0240-25762 and 5 Baltimore Somerset Road, a 2.955 acre parcel known as parcel number 024-025-7700 to suburban single-family residence district R2. I need a sponsor for that.
I can sponsor it. We talked about this earlier, and it's the Roger Woods property that was brought to council a month or so ago to rezone it. He was asking for R3. I think we ended up with R2.
Yes.
And this is just a first reading, so it will go for 2 more readings.
Is there anything else we have to do with that?
Nope.
All right, the next, I need a sponsor for the next one. It is ordinance 2605, an ordinance approving the pre-annexation agreement with Cherry Lane North LCC, the declaration of an emergency.
I can take it. This was the property that used to be the Lona Farm, and they're requesting annexation to get municipal services. It has emergency language on it, but that is not to get it done to avoid 3 readings. This will go 2 more readings, and the emergency language is simply to make it go into effect immediately upon passing.
And that's so we could file the paperwork, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
So we can move it along.
right,
We submitted this paperwork, by the way, in October.
right.
Yeah, it's a long
Right.
process, and
It's just a long
the added
process.
30 days just adds a little bit.
Right.
It's a cumbersome process anyway, which it should be.
It should be, but this is the last on his list of things to do, so it's not like they're gonna be busting ground out there at any time soon anyways. So do we have a vote on that, Brian?
No, there's no.
no, there's no
No
Just
vote.
vote?
go for 2
Okay.
more readings.
Just a reading, okay.
Now, don't forget, the next one is 2026-06.
Yeah, that's the newly added one.
I don't have that. Yes, I do need that. Yes, sir.
Here it is.
This is the one that came out of rules.
The last rules. And that needs a sponsor also.
Oh, okay, so, this is what I'm reading right here. Okay, and I do need a sponsor for this, and when I
I'll do
read
it.
it.
Who?
What's that?
Gar's gonna be the sponsor.
Okay, good. Thank you, Gar. An ordinance amending Chapter 240, Employee Manual of Personnel Policies and Regulations of the Baltimore Codified Ordinance in order to provide overtime pay during a declared emergency and the declaration of emergency. We ran into this when there was a level 3 and the boys were plowing snow. And they were getting paid regular time, and if nobody else had to come to work except for the people plowing the snow and doing the work. And it's not, we have to compensate them for coming
Unless
out.
they decide to pass it tonight.
We have to compensate them somehow for coming out in an emergency. Is there any discussion on that?
Does that include the police as well?
It says all employees, any non-salaried
That was
employee.
my motion.
Yeah.
So,
That's first
GAR's the
reading.
sponsor, are we gonna suspend the three reading rule? Form makes a motion, we suspend three readings.
I'll second it.
But doesn't GAR do that?
Oh,
I was waiting on him to, but he didn't, so.
I'll make a motion, we suspend the 3 readings.
I'll second it.
Okay. Phillips,
Yes.
Foreman,
Yes.
McLean,
Yes.
Schaffner,
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes.
I think there's probably gonna be a vote on this one.
Okay, yep. Okay.
I'm waiting on GAR. Waiting on
He
GAR.
said yes.
No.
Oh.
Make the motion to adopt.
Oh, motion to adopt.
Oh, I'll make the motion that we adopt this.
Except Foreman seconds.
Discussion? Okay, Phillips,
Yes.
Foreman,
Yes.
Carroll,
Yes.
McLean,
Yes.
Schaffner.
Yes.
Good there?
Mhm.
All right. We're going to the second reading. The sponsor of this is Ms. McCreary. Ordinance 2603. It's an ordinance to approve the final plat for Liberty Ridge, Section 1, in the declaration of emergency, but we have another reading there, and we're waiting until they close on it, so we can skip to the next one. Is that correct?
No, this is,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
a second reading.
Yeah, it's just a second
This, the
reading.
next one is the one we're gonna table.
Right. So the next one, the third reading, and this is the one we are going to table. I'm going to read it. Ordinance 2601, an ordinance approving the vacation of the final plat for Sleepy Hollow subdivision, a 55.44 acre parcel known currently as parcel number 0240251-400. The sponsor is Ms. McCreary, and that's the one we're tabling.
Well, we need a motion to table it.
Oh,
Foreman
okay.
makes a motion to table ordinance 2026-01.
I'll second it.
Okay, Foreman,
Yes.
Carroll,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
McLean,
Yes.
Schaffner.
Yes.
Other tabled ordinances?
Nope.
We don't have any old business anyone would like to discuss? The new business is the tree commission thing that I spoke of earlier. It lists the people that we have on our tree committee, the people that have graciously volunteered to do this. And it's just a list of who they are and their terms for a reappointment.
So you're asking for a motion from council to approve those ordinances?
Yes.
If I have to, yes. It didn't say that, yes. So can I get a motion to approve the people that were
I'll
on
make
this
a
list?
motion, we approve them.
Foreman seconds it.
Any discussion on that?
I have a question. These
Yeah.
they're volunteers?
Yes.
Completely,
Yes.
no compensation?
Nothing. Nope.
Not even mileage?
Nothing.
Nope.
As is the BDRC members. who
Yeah,
do a
it's-
lot.
As
Th-
is
it's-
VDRC zoning.
All that. There's,
That's
there's-
amazing.
It is amazing that we live in a community that many people, and it's not just this, because the restoration committee is several people, and they spend a lot of time on that. And it's the same thing with zoning. The people that come to the meetings for the zoning, it's the same thing. All of them. I mean, it's all volunteer. So, kind of like what we're doing. So do we have to vote on that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's see. Phillips,
Yes.
Foreman,
Yes.
Carroll,
Yes.
McLean,
Yes.
Schaffner.
Yes.
Do any visitors have anything they'd like to? Sure.
It's been, half a year or something that, about the trail around the creek.
Yes.
You know, starting down here and
Yeah.
the trail going up to the Basel Street or the Walnut Creek
Yeah.
Bridge. I was just curious what was going on with that.
Yeah. So right now, nothing. What we found out is there's a portion of Walnut Creek where the towpath has been washed out, and the shoreline, the creek line needs to be reinforced. And with not really having anybody, we couldn't get anybody back in there in time to really assess it. It's so overgrown that we had to stop in pursuit of the grant. So that's not something that we had. It's not something that's off our radar. It's just something that's kind of moved to the back of the radar. Our thought is, or the back burner. Our thought is perhaps that we would start at the village center, there next to 501, and maybe work from there down to Basel Street. It's easier access, but we really haven't made any purposeful steps on that yet.
Because I was wondering because it came up about volunteers.
Yeah.
And I thought, didn't know if that was on that project there.
Yeah.
Well, we would need volunteers for that, Steve. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
The
that-
only walking path that we're working on, excuse me, Matt.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is we are working on a walking path that's in our grant for Johnson Park, and there will be a, what is that, a mile?
It'll be a half mile.
Half-mile walking path around Johnson Park, which is already, it's in a grant that we've already been, but we're gonna try to install that this year.
Aren't we working with the county on the one to
Yeah.
Well, yes and
Farm.
no. I mean, there's discussions with them when it gets to Smeck Park that they'd be willing to work with us on some way of getting a bridge over there and partnering with us. That southern part of the trail is going to be the most costly and time-consuming part.
Speaking of grants, while we're talking about grants, any word on where the young man across the street is with his grant on this building?
We've not received anything yet.
I would like to follow up on that.
Yeah.
I want to know where we're at on that. It's been 2 years.
Yeah, they did get funding as of the end of in December. They found out that they got about 20,000 that they can move forward with an analysis of their project to see if it's feasible, and that's where they are right now.
Okay.
But there's been no update since December.
I would let that attorney know, light the fire, because we're going to come to spring, and everything they did last year, 2 years ago, where they painted, it's all coming apart again, and we need to do something. We need something done with this building.
Weren't they supposed to find out if the building was even viable?
I think that's what that money
That's what
that they
this is
got
for.
was for.
thousands for that.
Yeah. And that was their grant, not our, that's not our grant.
This grant, the Vibrant Community Grant, is through Jobs Ohio, is notoriously slow.
No, I meant, aren't they supposed to find out if that building is solid?
Yeah, that's what the
this is.
18,000's for, is
Yeah.
for structural.
Put it in the roof on the one.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just want to keep kicking the tires on that. That's all.
Absolutely.
That's all.
Hicks Partners is our partner on that.
Okay. Yep.
So I can
And then
reach out
they're
to
pretty
them.
good about
They're great about
getting
that.
back with
Yeah.
us. Our next meeting will be held the second Monday of March, which will be March 9th at 7 p.m. To have a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Foreman seconds.
Can I have a roll call on that, please, Brian?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Thank you all.